Hi everybody, welcome to the Coffee Grind. I'm Mike. Today we're going to unbox the Flair Pro 2. Now this is a home espresso brewer that you can take on the road with you. As you can see, it comes in a heavy duty travel case, but this allows you to brew cafe quality espresso right in your home. So let's take a look at what you get inside. So when you open it up, you get, first thing you see, a quick start guide. And this we're going to put aside for now. And then what sets the Flair Brewer apart from others is it comes with this pressure gauge. This allows you to pull a true espresso 9-bar shot, and you can pressure profile with this. So you really have a lot of control with this to make a good quality espresso shot. Now you also have the lever. I went with the white, which this is what you're going to use to pull your espresso shots. We'll hook that into the base here in a minute, which is right here. Now, this is designed to be a portable espresso brewer, so you don't have to affix this permanently. If you're going to keep it on your counter in your home coffee bar, you can. Give it a little bit more stability, but there's no need to. So we'll set that aside. And then what makes the magic happen is this beautiful stainless steel portafilter and brew head. Now, this is pretty heavy duty. It is not a heated unit, so you will need to make sure that you preheat this. And then it's got a shower screen that goes inside. So we'll put that aside. And then put this together. Put our pressure gauge in there. And then it looks like we got some other goodies. This is actually a cap that goes on the bottom of the brew chamber, so you can preheat it while you're grinding your coffee. It comes with this really nice stainless steel tamper. That's heavy duty. I like that. Thank you, Flair. And then it also comes with a dosing cup, so if you want to measure out your grinds. Typically with this, I've been doing about 18 to 20 grams. Seems to get me right in that range of where I want to be. And then after you fill your dosing cup, you can use this funnel to keep everything nice and neat as you're filling up your portafilter. So looks like we also got in the package, got our drip tray, which is got the Flair logo on it. Nice touch. You can really tell there's some good quality in this as you're taking it out of the package and putting everything together. A lot of forethought. Now, as I said, most people are going to want to pull their shots and have the naked portafilter so they can get a good view of what's going on. But it also comes with this funnel that snaps on the bottom. So if you want to keep things neat, that way you can, not make a little bit of a mess as you're pulling your shots. But let's do this. I am going to do a little bit of setup here, and then we'll pull some shots and we'll see how this works. See you in a minute. All right, welcome back everybody. I got everything set up here so we can try pulling some espresso shots with the Flair Pro 2. There are some important things that you're going to need to go with this that are not included. The first thing you're going to need is some great coffee. I prefer the Camino Island Roasters coffee. It just happens to be my preference. You can use whatever is your favorite. I've already dosed some of this out and I've got it ready to go, but it is something you're going to want to do with a quality grinder that you can really dial in your shots. This is probably the second most important piece of equipment that you need to have. This is the 1Z Presso JX Pro. This allows you 240 adjustments that you can really get that fine grind with, and you can fine tune your shots. So first thing we'll do, we've got our coffee grounds all ground up. I didn't think that you needed to necessarily hear the grinding going on. The other thing you're going to need is a way to get some hot water going. So while we're setting up here, as I said earlier, it is very important that we preheat our brew chamber. So I've put the cap on the bottom, and we'll get that warming up as we prep our portafilter. So just put some hot water in there. All right, so nice and hot. Then what we're going to want to do is put in our funnel, and then dump our grounds into there. Now, one of the things that you're going to want to do is the technique of dispersing your grounds. Easy way to do it. You don't need to buy anything. Find what you have at home. Some people have made setups with a cork and guitar strings. I like the corn stick, so I'll just use that to disperse them around. Make sure we have no uneven clumps. We'll give it a tap to bring it down. Put our nice tamper in that they gave us, just to get it off the edge. There we go. Set this aside. Now what we're gonna do, we gotta make sure this is even. So my recommendation is not to push down with it. I'm gonna use the Flair recommendation of the 4 fingertips. So we're just gonna set that in there. And we don't need to get crazy with it. We just wanna give it a push until we feel the table pushing back a little bit. That's it. So we'll take that, set it aside. Very important, you put your shower screen on, and that way you don't end up with a mess of it going back up into your brew chamber. So we'll just slide that in there. All right. Now we're almost ready to go. We've had this preheating over here for a few, so we're gonna wanna dump out our water we have on there. Get rid of that. Then we're going to put our brew chamber on top of our portafilter. And then we're gonna fill it back up just until it starts to come out of the well. We don't want to overfill it because when we put our pressure gauge in, we'll end up with a bit of a mess. So I'm gonna pop my pressure gauge on here so we can monitor our flow. And then we just pop that into the Flair Brewer. Make sure you have your cup underneath or you'll be making a bit of a mess. I am going to turn this towards me a little bit so I can watch the pressure on this. Now what you're going to want to do, it is already pre-infusing as that water is sitting there. But what I like to do is I like to give it a little bit of a pull before we get going there. Got to thank Flair. They did send me a complimentary mirror so I can watch my shot as I go. I strongly recommend you get one of these so you can see what's going on. And I'll give you some views of that as well. Now, as you start to pull down, you'll see your portafilter starts to get covered. And then what you're going to want to do is just hold this at 3 bars. Give it just a few, probably about 10 seconds. And then you're going to start to pull through. And let's go right down to 9 bars. We'll ramp up. Now, as I said, you can set this up with the mounting screw to be a permanent fixture, or you can leave the mounting screw out. That's what I did, just for ease of use, so I can put it away after. But this is pulling a beautiful shot. I wish you guys could see this. As I said, I'll set up some video of that as well so you can see what's going on. And that gives us right about 30 seconds. Now, usually I'll put my scale under here, which is another thing that you're going to need so I can watch what's going on. But it's something that once you get used to how high it's going to be in your cup, you don't really need to do that. So I am going to pull out my shot. We'll give it a taste. You can also use your cap to catch a few of the excess drips after. But we got a beautiful shot here. Let me give her a taste. Wow, that's got some sweetness to it. It's really got a good body to it. Feels good. Very happy with what I've got here. I think it was a great investment. And again, it's something that you can get and you don't have to break the bank. Again, just about $300. You will need a couple other things. You need a way to make your water hot. You also need a good quality grinder. Again, this is the Expresso JX Pro. I'll put a link to it down below for you so you can see what you're getting. But that's it. If you want to brew cafe quality espresso shots at home, I recommend the Flair Pro 2. They do have some other models. They have a Flair 58, which has a heated brew head. It's a little bit more, so that's something that you're going to have to figure out what you want for you. But it's a great machine. Thank you very much, and hope you have a great day.